Hello everybody! In this tutorial we will meet Velox, our tool to build the RoadRunner with the custom plugins. Let's have a look at the configuration and supported platforms. As you can see in the releases page, Velox supports macOS with the AMD64 and ARM64 targets, the same targets for Linux, Muscle GCC for the Muscle AMD64 platform, for example, to build inside a Alpine Linux container. And the last one is Windows AMD64 target. Next, let's look at the Velox configuration and consider all its options. First option, build arcs. It is used to set the build flags. For example, trim path is used to remove all the system file path from the resulting executable. LD flags is used to init some variables during the linking phase, for example, to set the version and build time. -S is used to remove debug information, string and symbol tables. Also, for the build arcs, you may use environment variables to set a version here and build time here. The next option is RoadRunner. Here you can set the RoadRunner version to build with your plugins, which can be tag, branch, or commit hash. Next is a GitHub section. Here you may choose a plugins to use with a custom build. Important note, since RoadRunner is hosted in GitHub, even if you don't use any plugin from GitHub, you should set the GitHub token. Because GitHub has restrictions on anonymous requests without token, so we needed to download RoadRunner itself. In the plugin section, you may choose any plugin you want to include into resulting build. For example, if your plugin is dependent only on the logger and server plugins, you may safely delete all plugins except the logger and server from the configuration. So let's have a look at the plugin options. First option is ref. Ref means tag, branch, or particular commit for the plugin. Here we use a master, for example. Next, owner, the owner of the plugin. It can be a username or organization name. For example, it can be ResStation if the plugin is hosted in my personal account, or RoadRunner server if it's hosted in the organization. Next is repository. It's simple. This is just a repository name. And the last one is replace. Replace is used to replace a remote plugin with a local version. It's very helpful for the local development and used as a Go mod replace. The GitLab section is very similar to GitHub, except for one option, endpoint. Since you may have a company GitLab, private server, you may replace the general gitlab.com with your server address. And the last option is the log. Here you may set the different log levels and modes. The log levels and modes are the same as in the RoadRunner. Next, click commands. Velox is a very straightforward tool with only two commands. First, -C is a pass to the Velox TOML, this configuration. Second, -O is the output pass to put the resulting binary. So let's try to build a sample RoadRunner binary. I'll comment some configuration options just to save time downloading a bunch of plugins. Next, I need to open a terminal. And first of all, let's fill the environment variables for the build time and version. And also, let's set a GitHub token. Here you can see that we set a version, a current time, only hours and minutes, and exporting our GitHub token. Next step is to build RoadRunner. So here you may see our click commands. -or is the output pass for the RoadRunner. Dot means put to the current path, and path to the Velox TOML configuration. So let's try to build. I set the debug log level to debug to see everything that happens inside the binary. So here we can see that the build finished, and we can also see the path for the resulting binary. And let's try to execute it. And here we may see that the RoadRunner version is 2.10.5. It's your custom build or the custom version. You may set any version you want here. You can see also build time, Golang version, operating system, and architecture. And that's it for today. Have a nice day, and bye-bye.